Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Two claps if you can hear me. Two claps if you can hear me. Let me see your eyes if you can see me. Let me see your eyes if you can see me. I'm Coach Leaf. I'm an accountability coach. I'm a business owner. I own my own gym. I went to elementary school in Deptford. I went to middle school in Deptford. I graduated from Deptford. I went to Rowan University. I graduated from Rowan University. I was a paraprofessional in this building, 2012. I did that for 3 years. I set a goal to get to every one of them stages in my life, and then I made it happen. I did things on a daily basis that ran parallel with what my goals were. Every single day, I showed up and did things on a daily basis that ran parallel with what my goals were, whether it was to go to the middle school, Monongahela, whether it was to go to Deptford High School, play varsity football, graduate high school. I set a goal to go to college, play college football. When I was your age right there, I set a goal to play professional football. When I was your age right here, I set a goal and then I made it happen 10, 15 years later because of the work that was done in between the time that you're sitting here and me standing here today. I set a goal to speak to as many people as I can, spreading the message that I'm developing as far as I got here in 36 years. And I am doing that right now because of the way I spoke to myself. Right? Because of living an attitude of gratitude. Because I set goals and then I did things on a daily basis that ran parallel with what those goals were. My goal today is to help you understand one phrase. Repeat after me. Set goals. And make them happen. Set goals. And make them happen. My goal today is to serve as a little reminder to you guys. When you're my age, example being, when I was your age, Shady Lane Elementary, there was an assembly, and I remember the exact words. I don't know why, I don't know how they did it, but it stuck in my head, and I'm 36 years old, and I'm about to say it again. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Right? I sat on the floor when I was in 5th grade at Shady Lane Elementary, and someone stood up here and had me repeat, reduce, reuse, recycle. Just like I'm having you repeat, I can, I will, I am. My goal today is to serve as your reminder when you're my age of the power of that little voice inside your head. Say it again. Set goals. And make them happen. Every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, I set a goal to open a gym. And when I set that goal, every single day, for the past 10 years, I did something that ran parallel with what my goals are. Say little by little, a little becomes a lot. Say little by little, a little becomes a lot. What you guys do today, what you do when you leave this room, it matters. Today counts. The goal you set today, whether it is for today or until you're an adult. Let's make this make sense. Today's the day that has to happen for the day you want to happen. Watch this. Repeat after me. Today's the day that has to happen for the day that I want to happen. Today counts, guys. Say today counts. Today counts. Say set goals and make them happen. My goal today, now I'm talking, you guys listen. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if I'm making sense. Don't just go clapping to clap. Don't just do things because somebody else said do it. We got to use our brains. We got to talk nice to ourselves. If I'm with some friends that are doing things that don't run parallel with what my goals are, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That doesn't run parallel. Who knows what parallel means? Train tracks, right? Train tracks. Train tracks, parallel. My goals over here, what I do every single day, they have to run parallel. And anything that crosses that line, I don't involve myself with it. Say set goals. Set goals. And make them happen. And make them happen. This talk goes different depending on who I'm talking to. And this age group, this actual group of people that are sitting in this room, it's a pivotal moment in your life. I only know because I just sat there, which seems like yesterday listening to Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Today counts. And the sooner you do things that run parallel with what your goals are, the sooner you'll get there. Tell a little story. This notebook right here that I'm holding in my hand, it's called the Practice Playbook, something I developed, and it's still developing. But this is where we are. It was an idea. I wrote it. I sketched it out. I used a pencil. I used a pen. I talked to friends. It developed, and this is just what it's right now. The basis of this book, anybody that knows sports, anybody plays football, this is a play. This is the playbook. This is the playbook. Teachers, you have a copy of what's in here. This is practice. This is practice. And in the beginning of this book, it talks about this play right here. This one's for you, Black. It talks about this play right here. 24 base. Base. 24 base. It was the basis of our offense, the base of our defense, the base. You should always know where you're supposed to be in base. You want to know how you know where you're supposed to be? You repeat to yourself over and over again, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Say, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Right? Now, this playbook is about your base. You know where you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do every single day. You know you're supposed to brush your teeth. You just do it, right? There's certain things that you do every single day. That's your base. And sometimes when you're practicing base, it's not exciting. It's not fancy. We don't have everybody running all over the place. It's base. It's right here. It's my central. It's who I am. It's your identity. And without a solid base, you can't win championships. If you want to be a championship team, if you want to be a championship person, say, I am a champion. I am a champion. My turn to talk. I continuously repeat to myself, I am a champion, I am a champion, I am a champion, I am a champion. I will begin to do things that run parallel and align myself with championship caliber people, places, and things. Every championship team has a good base. 24 base, 24 base, 24 base, 24 base, 24 base. We ran it. I don't understand. 24 base. I could tell you what every single person on the field is doing in 24 base, and it's not my position because we ran 24 base so many times, and it didn't make sense. Coach, why are we running base again today? We could go home and catch the 3:30 bus. It just doesn't make sense. Why are we just sitting in base? Why are we practicing base? Because it was our foundation. And your foundation is very, very important. My goal today is to help you start to develop on the foundation you already have. This is where we're at right here. 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 This is where we are. Where are we going? The future goals. We're here. How do I get there? Now I do things every single day that run parallel with going there. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. Let's make that make even more sense. This book right here, like I said, teachers, you have a copy of what's going on in here outside of the story that's written in the front. These are practices to formulate a small base. These are daily habits, rituals, and routines. These are things to help you align yourself with your goals and where you see yourself in the future. Number 1, say thank you.
Thank you.
Say thank you again.
Thank you.
Say thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 2 claps if you hear me. Attitude of gratitude, right? In this playbook, every single day, let's start to write things down that we're grateful for. It's the holiday season. I'm sure you have plenty of assignments and talked about what you're grateful for. Say thank you every single day. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Thank you for today. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you for making eye contact. Thank you for sitting up tall. Thank you. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be really big. Write down things that you're grateful for. Say talk nice.
Talk nice.
Say talk nice.
Talk nice.
It is very, 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 very important that you talk nice to yourself. I got a little practice for you. Ready? Everybody take a deep breath in. Sit up tall, sit up tall, sit up tall, sit up tall. Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. With your voice, let me hear everyone say, I am.
I am.
With your head, with your brain, with that little voice. Without your voice, there should be no noise. As many times as you can right now inside your head, let me hear it without hearing it. I am. We get it. Let's try it again. In your brain. I am. You hear that little voice? You hear that little voice? That little voice that was just talking to you. That little voice that you heard that nobody else heard when this room was quiet. That's yours. That's your voice. And you have control over that little voice in your head. You tell that little voice what to say. Because what that little voice says ends up what you do. And sometimes we are just a witness to that voice, and that voice is just talking, and all of a sudden you're like, what is this little voice talking about? This is the part. Remember what Coach Leaf said? Here's your reminder. Here's your reminder. When that little voice in your head, when you're upset, when you're angry, when you just are frustrated, whatever it might be, there's a little voice going on in your head. Recognize that voice and take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. Ready, 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 ready. Now listen to that little voice. Listen to that little voice. Say, I can inside your head. Say, I can, say, I can. Say, I can, say, I will. I will. See, that little voice is talking. Say, I will, I will, I will. Say, I am, I am, I am, I am. I can, I will, I am. Say it in your head. I can, I will, I am. Say it out loud. I can, I will, I am. Inside your head, hold on, inside your head. I can, I will, I am. Inside your head, inside your head. Inside your head, listen. Inside your head, you're saying, I can, I will, I am. This is a practice. This is a practice. This is a practice. And in the practice playbook, you write down 3 things every day that affirm to yourself positivity. Right? So, I am smart. Say it.
I am smart.
I am strong.
I am strong.
I am consistent.
I am consistent.
Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. Let me hear that little voice in your head. Let me hear that little voice in your head. Say, I am in your head. In your head, say, I am, and then listen. Say, I am in your head, and then listen. That little voice tells a story. That little voice tells a story. And here's your reminder. You can tell that story, right? So, in 5 years, this is 4th grade. This is 4th, 5th, and 6th. 4th and 5th. 4th and 5th. You guys are better than math than I am. In 5 years, what grade would you be in? Inside your brain, think about it. 5 years. Do the math. 9th, 10th. Yous are both right. Yous are all correct. Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. In 5 years, listen, we're listening. In 5 years, you will be in either 9th grade or 10th grade. Either or. You think they're big kids? They're big kids, right? That's a long time from now. They're older, right? My goal today is I want you to think about where you'll be, what you'll be doing, who you'll be hanging out with, the things you'll be doing on a daily basis. What does that look like for you? Let's practice right now. Ready? Take a deep breath. In 5 years, I will be, now listen. In 5 years, I will be, now listen. Pay attention to that little voice. Pay attention to where that little voice says you'll be. The things that you're seeing, you can see the future. Because when I ask you to think about 5 years from now, you can only envision being a 9th grader. You can only think about what it's like to be a 10th grader. All you have is your thoughts about your goals, about your future. Start to align your thoughts, the story you tell yourself inside your head, with who and what you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Let's make that make more sense. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. When I set a goal to open a gym, I didn't have a gym, but I could see it. I envisioned it. When I set a goal to open a gym, to be a gym owner, I didn't know anything about business, but I understood I could learn it. I opened my gym 10 years ago, and I can see 10 years now in the future. I only got here standing in front of you today. Remember we talked about here? By being aware and paying attention to here. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. This is here right now. How I got here, H stands for habits, E stands for every day. R stands for rituals and routines. And E stands for elevate and meditate. Take care of your mental, talk nice to yourself. So how did I get here? We always talk about how we got here and where am I going? Practice Playbook will help you set goals every single day. We talk about every day. Every day. 10 years ago, I set a goal to open a gym, and every single day I've woken up and done something, no matter how big or small. I didn't wake up when I set the goal the next day and did 10 years things. I did things that needed to be done on day one, like figure out how to open up a business in New Jersey. I did not know that until I Googled it, right? So what can you do today? Set a goal every single day, no matter how big or how small, and then come up with a plan. You got to have a plan. Where are we going from base? What's next? What's the plan? Call the play. Now do what you said you were going to do. Run it. Let's make that make more sense. You set the goal, and then you list out 5 things. All right, what needs to be done for me to achieve the goal that I just wrote down today? Come up with a plan, and then every day do things. Write down, what will I do today that runs parallel with what my goals are? This notebook brought me a house. And it's not because I sold that many of them. This notebook helped me get clear. I didn't know anything about buying a house, just like I didn't know anything about buying a business. But I wrote down one day, I want to buy a house. Well, what needs to be done to buy a house? You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to be approved, you need to do this, you need to have this, you need to have, okay, I wrote those things. But what can I do today? And on day one, I started the process of what they call pre-approval. That day. And then the next day, they asked me for, and then 9 months later, I went from having no clue, no belief that I could own a house, and I wrote it in this book every single day. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do. I'm asking with the adults in this room to help you guys set goals and then understand how and what it takes, the consistency, showing up every single day for yourself, and then paying attention about how you feel about what it is you're doing. 2012, I was a paraprofessional here. 2012 was power. That was my goal. But then I would start to feel a little differently. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. But don't be blind. Because what you just thought about when you're a 9th grader, when you're a 10th grader, what you just thought about, it might not look the way you think it should look. But you'll be right where you're supposed to be. Say, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Stand up. Now you're right where you're supposed to be right now. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. My goal today is to help you guys, listen, is to help you guys understand the importance of fitness. So let's maybe take a couple steps back. Take a couple steps back. Give yourself some space. Use the whole room. If you're in the front, stay in the front. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. Ready? Right knee in the air. Left knee in the air. Hold. Right knee in the air. Left knee in the air. Hold. Relax. Time out. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. Now, when we're standing on 1 foot, right, it was a little shaky. It was a little wobbly, right? Let's talk about focus. Now, let me see your eyes. We talk about that little voice in your head. I want you to pick up your right knee and in your head say, I can. Focus on something on the ground. Focus, focus. Switch feet. You know what? I can do this. Switch feet. I can do this. Switch feet. Switch feet. Switch feet. Switch. 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 And stop. I can do that, right? We can do that. We can jog in place. Say, I can do that. I can. I can. I can. You know what? I will do that. Run in place, run in place, run in place. I will, 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 I will. Run in place, run in place, run in place. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. Quick feet, quick feet. And stop. 2 claps if you hear me. 2 claps if you hear me. So, We went from standing on one foot, we set a goal to run in place. We went from standing on one foot to it being difficult, and then we found a little practice of focus, and it got a little bit easier. And then I switched feet, and I got a little faster. I said, I can do that, I can do that. I will do that, I will do that. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. I am. Quick. Two claps. Two claps if you hear me. Two claps if you hear me. Have a seat. Two claps if you hear me. Two claps if you hear me. Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. Let me see your eyes. Take a deep breath together. Let it out. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. My goal today is help you understand the importance of daily habits, rituals, and routines. To understand that what you do every single day matters. To help you understand that setting goals is a very, very important part of life. Not just setting them, executing, coming up with a plan, and then being disciplined enough and consistent enough to do something every single day that runs parallel with what your goals are. Two claps if you hear me. One more time, say, set goals.
Set goals.
And make them happen. I'm Coach Leaf, your accountability coach. I'm that little voice in your head. I'm just a reminder, I can't do it for you. Today counts. Do what you said you were going